Hypnodanger, 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 go Hypnodanger, dancer, Hypnodanger, Hypnodanger, go Hypnodanger, dancer, Hypnodanger, Hypnodanger, go Hypnodanger, dancer, Hypnodanger, Hypnodanger, go Hypnodanger.
Go Hypnodanger, go Hypnodanger, go Hypnodanger, dance. Go Hypnodanger, go Hypnodanger, go Hypnodanger, dance.
Dancer,
Go Hypnodanger,
dancer,
go Hypnodanger.